violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. So the first story I want to show you guys is a win for the good guys, because I know a lot of times on this channel we can get run down by just these guys who are doing these insane things, and it's kind of depressing. Let's keep it a buck. Like it's kind of depressing that there are so many brothers out here who are on demon time, you know? So I wanted to show, I mean, it's still a guy on demon time, but I wanted to show a win for the good guys. So anyways, a man was shot by a homeowner after reportedly breaking into home, and they finally identified him. And guess what? He's been in trouble before. So it seems like he has not learned from his mistakes. But anyways, the man who was shot by a homeowner in Atlanta Wednesday night has been identified as Tyrell Jamal Johnson, 36. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office released a prior booking photo of Johnson, who was in the hospital recovering from gunshot wounds. Johnson appears to have also been arrested in 2017 for aggravated assault, family violence, and battery family violence. Okay. A burglary attempt went wrong Wednesday night when a homeowner shot the intruder that broke into their house. Reports of burglary in progress along Delia Avenue Northwest came in shortly after 11 p.m. Atlanta police say the trespasser, a man, had apparently entered through a window of the home, went to the kitchen, and grabbed knives to use as weapons. Police said the burglar attempted to attack someone in the home. So, bruh, this man jumped into the window, took the man's knives out from his kitchen, and then he go in, he realized the man is in a wheelchair, and then the guy in the wheelchair protects his home and shoots this guy. I mean, and he still gets to live, okay? But I guarantee if that guy would have had the chance, he would have took out that man in the wheelchair. He would have killed that guy, because he's already breaking into his home. You know, if you'll lie, you'll steal. If you'll steal, you'll kill. That's what I was taught. So these guys is on some different type stuff, but you know, at least we got the 2A still. It may not be here for long, but we're holding out hope, because this is what usually happens, okay? This is what usually happens. So anyways, well, it's not what usually happens. What usually happens is the guy goes in there and, you know, does damage. But I'm saying what usually happens is these guys are breaking into people's homes. I mean, on the regular. So, I mean, it's wild, bro. It's wild, bro. You gotta protect your home, though. At least Buddy was strapped up, especially a guy in the wheelchair. For this man to go in there and try and take advantage of him, man, that's foul, bro. That's foul, bro. These dudes is different. You know what I mean? Okay, so I got another crazy story out of Washington, and this one doesn't have a news clip either, so I'm gonna read it. But it's pretty gruesome, man. Sad story. Dad shot in the head as he drives kids around to get them to sleep, Washington cops say. So he's over there being a good dad. And this is what's happening to a lot of these good fathers, man. They're getting taken out by these hooligans, bro. You know, and making these women widows, man. It's crazy. A father was driving his 2 children around a Washington neighborhood trying to get them to fall asleep when he was shot in the head, police said. He looked suspicious to 23-year-old Isaac Spikerman, who is accused of shooting the man early Wednesday morning in Washougal, according to a probable cause statement. Spikerman told police the man drove around the neighborhood multiple times and stopped to photograph his friend's car. When his friend confronted the father, he told police the man punched him in the face and threatened him with a gun. Dang, so I'm thinking it's just like a stray bullet, okay? I'm thinking it's like a stray bullet, but it looks like he was on some neighborhood watch type stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, this kind of reminds me of it's kind of reminiscent of the Trayvon Martin situation where Zimmerman was on a neighborhood watch type vibe and confronted Trayvon, except this one is like the opposite, right? So this guy kills the guy who confronted him. Okay, so let's get into it. He looks suspicious to 23-year-old Isaac Spikerman, who is accused of shooting the man early Wednesday morning in Washougal, according to probable cause statement. Spikerman told police the man drove around the neighborhood multiple times and stopped to photograph his friend's car. When his friend confronted the father, he told police the man punched him in the face and threatened him with a gun. To defend his friend, Spikerman fired his gun 3 times at the man's car while his 2 children were in the back seat, the statement says. The 2 friends never saw a gun, though, and the father never stepped out of his vehicle, the statement says. Police responded to the incident around 1 a.m., where they found the father with a gunshot wound on the right side of his forehead and bullet holes on the windshield and the rear passenger window, authorities and the statement say. The victim's wife was on the scene when police arrived, and the man was treated for his injuries. He's in good condition. Okay, so he didn't die. Okay. Sheesh. But, hey, man, that's a close call, bro. Spikerman was booked into the Clark County Jail, where he faces 3 assault charges. His bail is set at $100,000. An arraignment is scheduled for October 28th. Wow. So this is what happened, okay? So the Spikerman guy, the guy who shot him, said that the guy who was driving around looked suspicious. And he pressed up. He's like, yo, you driving around in my hood type vibes, you know? Hey, man. That's wild. But anyways, here, buddy, go right here. I don't know, man. It's it's wild. I mean, solutions. Put in the comment section some solutions, bro.
Is recovering tonight in eastern North Carolina after police say she was stabbed by her mother. Police say yesterday that the 21-year-old mother was arguing with a family member over the child's custody. The officer said when they arrived, they saw the stabbing happen.
Wow. So, hey, man, shout out to Mr. Palmer. This sounds like a baby mama terrorist situation. Okay? Sounds like a baby mama terrorist situation, and she's arguing over custody of the child and ends up doing harm to the child.
Officer said when they arrived, they saw the stabbing happen. The mother is charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse. The toddler is expected to make a full recovery. Authorities say the mother is in the Pitt County Jail on a $1.5 million bond.
The Honda Tiger, yeah.
These are ashes from a car fire on Bennett Cove in East Memphis. The man who lives here didn't want to be identified.
That's taillights.
He says he was inside when someone noticed the fire last Friday in his driveway and put it out.
It was pretty bad. I mean, it burned the whole back end.
But had no idea the car was burning because a woman had been set on fire.
I mean, we came out like Right, I mean, shortly after the fire had been set, it looked like, because the fire wasn't real big and there wasn't anybody around.
Police say Kenneth Upshaw doused his girlfriend with gasoline and threw a cigarette on her after she tried to leave him.
Y'all heard that, right? This man tried to set his girl on fire. Tried to set his girl on fire after she tried to leave him. He's tatted up, bald head, looks like a really, tough guy. You know what I mean? He looks like a hard, rough around the edges type brother. You know what I mean? He kind of looked like Birdman, honestly. But, I mean, I don't know why these sisters keep dealing with dudes who got, like, crazy face tattoos. In this day and age, I can understand a couple, but at the end of the day, the face tattoos is basically, it shows that you don't have impulse control. Hey, man, I don't know what y'all sisters gonna do. But anyways, let's keep watching.
The victim told police somehow she was able to run away and drive for help. She was admitted to the hospital with burns to her face, neck, chest, and arms. This man says Upshaw visited him earlier in the day, but he never saw his girlfriend and is shocked by what happened.
I mean, I feel very sad for her. You know what I mean? Like, that no one deserves that.
Court records show police have arrested Upshaw for domestic violence several times over the last.
And this is Memphis. He's obviously got a history. My thing is, why do these women keep dealing with these dudes? I mean, are you doing any type of research on this man? Please, come on.
Last 2 years, they say in one case he punched the same girlfriend so hard in the stomach she had an emergency C-section and delivered their baby early.
What the dog? And she was still with him after all this time. I mean, I guess I get it though. Like, that man, he the type, he might really have her tied up in a closet type.
Each time the cases were dismissed. The victim's relatives didn't want
dismissed. What?
to be early. Each time the cases were dismissed. The victim's relatives didn't want to talk on camera, but are hoping this time Upshaw pays for what he did.
Now a major story developing in the city tonight. The vaccine mandate showdown between the city of Chicago and union police officers. The FOP president late today urged his members not to comply with the upcoming deadline and instead face discipline. While the mayor announces no one will immediately be put on unpaid leave, but it will happen eventually.
Wow, this is a huge standoff in the Chicago political arena. The police are rebelling against the mayor, rebelling against vax mandates, and I love to see it, man. But it seems like the Democrats are just trying to enact the purge, and they want something like this to go down.
Let's bring in NBC5 political reporter live at City Hall with the latest. Marianne, sort it out.
Rob, yes, good evening to you, Rob. There is still a deadline. However, this does give a little more time to the mayor and those city workers, whether they be police, fire, or others who have not yet been vaccinated. The mayor wants supervisors to check to see who has complied. Mayor Lightfoot insists the deadline for all city workers to report their vaccine status is tomorrow, October 15th. The concern is what happens to those police officers and firefighters not yet vaccinated.
Wow. Yo, she is just like, she's such a crook, bro. She's such a crook. I can't stand her, bro. To allow this to go down where you're going to potentially let these innocent people be out here and unarmed, and you're just gonna let the Chicago goons get loose?
People need to show up. They need to do their jobs. If they are placed into a no-pay status, if that time ever comes, they're going to be told that by a supervisor.
The mayor says it will take some time to process who is not complying with the mandate, and eventually they will face no pay and disciplinary action. However, FOP President John Catanzara says,
I am telling you right now, it is an improper order. It is illegal. It is the same as the mayor telling you you have to do it. Refuse that order.
Governor Pritzker.
Wow. This is a standoff for the ages. This is historical. I mean, yo, shout out to these police officers, man, for not complying. Lori Lightfoot is, man, she's just a crook. She doesn't care about the community. She hasn't supported the police the whole time she's been in there. I mean, man.
Refuse that order.
Governor Pritzker has offered law enforcement resources should they be needed.
Of course, we'll help in any way we possibly can. I think you understand by now that you can't just march National Guard into a city without coordinating, and you can't just march state police into a city without coordinating with the Chicago Police Department. And so at every turn, we have continuing conversations with them, but we need the leadership of the city to ask us.
And I don't want to get into all the details of our contingency plan, but the state police have been incredible partners with us, particularly over these last 2 years. So if there is a need for us to lean into those resources, then we will.
Silverstein is a yes.
Aldermen are divided whether the mayor should reconsider her vaccine mandate.
I don't think people realize what could possibly happen if several hundred officers, firefighters, and paramedics aren't on duty this weekend.
Bro. Yeah, Chicago's gonna burn. Let's pay attention to what happens, man, because it's about to go down.
Beating them is not working. It's not the mayor's strong suit in trying to produce results.
I'd be very concerned for any police officer that doesn't understand science, that doesn't understand the necessity of getting vaccinated.
Oh my God. What? Look at you though. Look at you're overweight, double chinned up, and you gonna tell somebody about science and health. Like, bro, these dudes are
Now, there is a testing option for those not yet vaccinated. They must do so twice a week at their own expense. Reporting live from City Hall, Marianne Ahern, NBC5 News.
Marianne, thank you.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car. I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.